All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you're doing well. So today is Thursday, and we are here once again. We are going to start with the dollar index as usual. And so far, yesterday, the level that I gave, which is the inverted fair value gap, is kind of holding for the time being. But we do have PPI, core PPI, and unemployment claims at 1:30 today. So that is going to have an impact on how the dollar index is going to move this afternoon. Hence, I'm going to be waiting till 1:30 to see how it's going to impact the dollar index. Now, on the H4, we've kind of paused. Okay, it's kind of consolidating. Yesterday's low is still intact. We didn't take it out. So can they send it down to take out yesterday's low before rejecting, or are they going to go up? That is basically what I'm expecting. So dollar index, I'm expecting potentially a move to the upside with the news event at 1:30. Okay, so that is the business, and with that will come euro also moving lower. I think they've taken out previous week high, traded through this fair value gap, traded through this down candle, created a fair value gap during London. So I'm gonna be anticipating them to use that to send price lower. All right, so that is the business for the euro. British pound also went for the high that I highlighted yesterday, but it hasn't given any significant move away from it yet so far. So wait for a kind of a displacement. This red candle is not bad. Maybe they can use that also to send price lower from here. It's not aggressive enough. This down candle is not aggressive enough, hence be careful with it. I prefer them losing this particular low instead. That would be the best, because that's New York session low. If we lose that, that would be significant going forward. Euro pound, yesterday they finally went for that low as we were looking for and traded exactly to the fair value gap on the weekly, which is this one here. And so far we're getting a potential rejection, but I still think price is going to continue going down based on the daily, as I showed you when we broke the market structure. So we are not just going to attack this low, we might end up coming down here. Hence, you're going to be looking for a continuation to the downside. Okay, and whatever is happening now to me might be a pullback, and we'll continue going down. If we trade through it, then maybe we'll be pulling back again. Okay, so watch this up candle. If we trade through it, then we will be pulling back, probably back up in here before we continue going down again. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see that. I want to see them move from this candle's high and then continue going lower. from this up candle and continue going lower. Dollar yen, yesterday that also went for that low, as we wanted to see from here, but after they take the low out, we don't want to see them continue going down. So I'm expecting some kind of a rejection. I'm expecting some kind of a rejection. So regards to that up candle that has been formed, if you look at the up candle that has been formed on the daily, on the H4, this one here, usually in a series of down candles, an up candle most of the time will be the beginning of a pullback. So dollar yen, we might be seeing a pullback after taking out this low. Okay, so with the news at 1:30, we might see a pullback. If we don't, then they'll be attacking this equal low. But again, if they do, anticipate price rejecting, because we are in August. Price doesn't trend much. As soon as we take out a high, it can reject. If we take out a low, it can reject. So where we are now, we've just taken out a low. That's why I'm anticipating the rejection. But in case it wants to continue going lower, then this equal low, 145.75, that'll be the level that price might want to go for. So you're gonna, personally, I think it's gonna pull back. That is what I think is gonna happen with the dollar news that is coming at 1:30. It's just, if you want to, then you can take the risk by placing your stop loss below this order block or this candle's low, and then look for maybe a pullback to the red candle's low. Okay, again, it's a risky trade, so it's entirely up to you if you wanna go in for that. Gold. So gold, we ended up rejecting that fair value gap on the daily here, and I was anticipating them to come and attack this low, create a down candle with an up candle closure. So this candle end up being something like this, a down candle, and this will turn into red. That is what I was anticipating, but it kind of went for the previous day's low and immediately rejected. However, it created an order block during the landing session, this one. So that is my focus for this afternoon, that we stay below that and come back down to attack this low. So I'm expecting the news event to bring gold back down to 3331. Okay, 3331, and that is what I'm expecting gold to do. All right, so expect lower prices on gold from this order block. I think it's a high probability order block, so yes, I'm expecting lower prices. So that would be your trade idea for today. Partial below this low, and then the rest to go here. Crude oil, that also went nicely to the target, the 62.17 level. It went slightly above the up candle, which is normal, and it happened during the New York session. Now it actually gave a nice entry over here. After going above it, it rejected, pulled back, and then in here on the 5 minute chart, beautiful auto block here, pull back, and then we went down. I actually saw it, but I didn't take a trade because I was already in a different trade, so I didn't participate in that trade. So yeah, we've reached the downside objective for the week. Hence, for today, I think sidelines is the best option. Do not do anything for crude oil because we've got to the downside objective. Hence, relax. Let's see what price is gonna do. I think we might continue going down, but since we did not manipulate to the upside before going down, it's gonna be a little bit challenging for it to continue going down. Maybe a pullback can happen, so don't engage with crude oil for today. ES, I think, is still bullish. They actually came to the New York session gap that I highlighted. Sorry, the London session gap I highlighted yesterday, and then so far it's holding. They couldn't come to that one, hence I think it's gonna continue going up. So again, this New York session, you're looking for a buy. Okay, sorry for that. As I was saying, this New York session, you're looking for a buy to continue going up. First objective will be yesterday's high, and then the projected okay, sorry guys, my son and my wife is traveling, and they came to say goodbye. So yeah, your first objective is going to be this candle's high, previous day's high, and then the projected levels to the upside. Because they daily keeps closing bullish, hence now in case anything, if whatever reason they send price lower, then they might be coming for previous day's low into the fair value gap, and if they do, that fair value gap in New York session, that will be the key level to focus on. Okay, yeah, in case it comes below previous day's low, look at this fair value gap. That's the best level to anticipate if they send it down with the news, because it might want to go and take previous day's low and then expand up again. Okay, now let's go to the cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin did eventually attack that high that we've been talking about, which is this high. the 1 2 3 4, oops, I don't know why. Okay, the 1 2 3 2 3 1 level, that is what price attacked, and as soon as we attacked it, we've seen a pullback. It's normal, probably printing a reaccumulation candle and then continue going up, so expect a continuation to the upside. I think this is just a normal pullback. It's gonna continue going up, so you can wait for similar thing here, the down candle prior to the move up. If we close above it, that is what you're looking for, and then you buy to continue going up. All right, so that's that. Ethereum, we are almost there, 4876. That is the upside objective, so look for the continuation to the upside on Ethereum. Solana, same thing, we are going for the 220 level, so look for continuation. I think they've managed to go above this high probability order block, and this one too. This was a very strong order block, so now that they're above it, we are going to continue going up. So look for a down candle. I think we are trading at 1 right here, so maybe your stop loss can be below this one. Target that one at 220 level. XRP, think it's lagging a little bit, but nevertheless I think it will also continue going. It will continue to go up, so maybe wait for similar pattern, a down candle prior to the move up, order block to fall, and then you can look for a potential buy. Okay, okay, now let's look at hype. Hype is almost there. We are looking for that as the drawn liquidity. Now it has come back to this down candle, so I think that can also be used as an entry to send price up again. 1.277. That's the draw on liquidity on hype, so look for continuation to the upside. AI16 is struggling with this up candle. We need that one to break. Okay, so we are still using that daily fair value gap, which is over here, as our institutional order flow. Whilst we are above it, we want them to break the previous week high, right? And yeah, maybe when Bitcoin resumes going up, that is when they will send price up, or watch this order block. Okay, that fair value gap area. If price gets there, it can go up again, so watch that area. If you want to get in, that would be the best area to get in, somewhere here. And then finally Tatki. So Tatki has produced yesterday's candle going below this fair value gap. That's not good sign. Okay, so price might be wanting to come here. somewhere here. Okay, that will be the next area that fair value gap in discount that price might use, because it failed to hold the first one, which is this one here. So watch that. That'll be the best area, discount fair value gap, for price to resume going up, and it's your first area of accumulation. Hence, if you want to buy Chatski, that'll be the best area to anticipate a buy to form. Okay, all right, and I think that is pretty much it. Most of it is gonna hinge on Bitcoin, so pay attention to Bitcoin. Let Bitcoin give you a H4 rejection. I think we have a nice gap over here with this up candle, so watch that area, roughly the 121.15 level. That area is where you're gonna be looking for price to reject and go back up again. All right, okay, so now let's go back. We've got about 8 minutes to go, but let's go back and within the next 8 minutes the news event is gonna hit, and we'll see what the dollar index is gonna do. As I said, I'm expecting them to push it up. If it goes down, I want to see a quick rejection. Today is Thursday, so we might get a Thursday reversal. Okay, I forgot to mention about pound Aussie. I think we spoke a lot about this when price was down here, and then when we rejected over here, and now it's heading for this fair value gap. It's heading for this one. So yesterday we put back into this order block, rejected. This morning, big push, and most of it is coming off from the idea that this one is bearish, as we spoke about. Okay, so keep buying to go up here. Now eventually maybe price might even go up here, as I was doing some high time frame analysis again on it, and it's forming some interesting things. Oh, not that one. Yeah, this one. We've spoke about this before, gradient price swings, where you can measure and anticipate where trade ideas is going to form. So here we have few down candles forming, and it pushed up to the next one, and right here few down candles forming, and then it pushed up to the next one, and you can see our next one is here. Okay, and if I should go into the lower time frame, you will see we have a down candle forming at that level right there. So this was a sign that price is gonna basically go up. Okay, so expect a continuation to the upside on this, and subsequently the Australian dollar is also gonna go down. I'm expecting them to go and attack this low. So with the news event coming in 4 minutes, I'm expecting them to go and attack this low. Okay, so the rest is just patient. Let's wait and see what the news event will bring to us. Let me see. I think I had another pair that I was watching. Eurocard. Yeah, Eurocard failed to respect the dealing range and it went for the high. Now I'm watching on the daily. Okay, because this is a high very close to this and it's a high. So we might take it and then reject. That is what I'm watching next, because I think yes, this one did not work, but it might not reject entirely from here. Hence maybe this might begin a series of something like this and then we break and then we come down. That's what I have in mind, and that is what I'm watching for on the Euro CAD, because it did not work over here for OTE. Okay, it didn't work for OTE, so now that they've gone above it, I'm gonna be anticipating a reversal, or now let's say a pullback. All right, so we've got about 2 minutes and 40 seconds before the news hit. I'm gonna go back to the dollar index and I'm gonna stay muted for the news. Once the news is done, I'll come back after the news and then maybe give my opinion about what is gonna happen going forward. So just be patient with me. Let the news come. Once it comes and it does whatever it needs to do, I'll come back and then I will give my opinion on what's going to happen next. So mine for now is to go up, but if it goes down, I want to anticipate a quick rejection and then we come back up. Okay, and you're looking at British pound to go down, euro to go down. I think they've already started to go down. Gold to go down. Okay, all right, so we've got about 1 minute and few seconds. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna be here and I'll see you after the news. Okay, so I think the news is out, and as you can see, it went up as I was expecting. Now it needs to be able to close above this high, which is yesterday's high, on a 1 hour basis or on the H4 basis. One of them, either on the 1 hour on the H4 basis, we need to be able to close above. That would be a very good confirmation that they're going to use this inverted fair value gap to send price up, or minimum closing above this H4 down candle. Okay, so if you can stay above this, there's a high probability during the 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. session they will send it up. If we reject this high, then probably they might be coming back down again, but I don't think that might be the case. Okay, so yeah, look forward for I think we've got lots of time, 2 hours 24 minutes before this H4 candle close. If we can close above that, then the probability they're gonna go above this is high. If we don't, then the probability is low, and they might come back down and attack this low. Okay, so that is basically what you'll be watching for the rest of the day. All right, so that is all I have for you for today. Have a lovely afternoon, and I'll see you same time tomorrow. Take care.